I have a brother who has autism, and he's considered non-conversational. He can speak, but it's like he'll just run up to you and scream blue in your face or circle, and it's your responsibility to figure out what is blue or what is round that is causing him some kind of issue. And if I asked him to do anything, if I asked him to do his dishes or his laundry or something, he would just fling himself on the floor, and all of the laundry would go on the floor with him. The best way that I could help him, the only way that I could help him at the time, was to just do stuff for him. So I was doing all of his laundry, I was doing all of his dishes, I was feeding him everything. And then one day, my guide came into his life, and MPower Me identified me as a tech mentor for my brother, and they taught me how to use my guide. And I sort of dipped my toe in at first. I recreated a task analysis, so a step-by-step instruction. I recreated one for how to wash his dishes that his therapist was working on with him. And to my enormous surprise, when I put it down in front of him, he did not fling himself on the floor. He did not throw the device against the wall. He just followed the instructions that I had provided him. And so then I tried it again with his laundry. I tried it again with making sure to put shampoo in his hair when he's taking a shower. And he just kept doing it. And what I realized in all of that was that that relationship that I had had ahead of time, where I could only do stuff for him, now I got to be a real big brother and actually teach him how to do this stuff for himself. And that was incredible and invaluable.
This MPower Me student is practicing personalizing her own lunch lesson while she's learning how to use technology functions.
Go ahead. Good job.
What?
What is that?
I don't know.
It's a lunchbox. It's like your lunchbox.
Lunchbox?
Yeah, but we can change the picture. So, all right.
So now she's learning how to change the pictures in her My Guide lesson. And her tech mentor is walking her through this process.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
It's okay. It's okay. Can you click on tasks right there at the top?
This is the first time this student has personalized a lesson.
I'm going to guide you, okay?
She's very involved, making the selections,
Then we're going to go to
thinking about her preferences, comparing options side by side. These are all cognitive practices that she doesn't have the opportunity to do on a daily basis.
I'm going to tap with you, okay? Tap. Then we're going to go to
Students can choose
here.
photos, videos, slideshows.
Then we're going to go to camera.
This is a library of photos that her tech mentor has preloaded that she can choose from.
Okay, can you...
And these pictures can be used for unpacking and eating a lunch, for a shopping list, for any task in any lesson.
Good job. That was awesome. Okay. All right. Oh, you already got it. I know. Did you just want to see the picture of Becky? Yeah. Okay.
And so she's just discovered now that she can choose any photo that she wants. If she wants a picture of Becky to represent her lunchbox, and that's a meaningful picture to her, she can certainly use that.
Begin.
When students get to select their own media to include in their lessons, it's empowering all by itself because they're designing the lesson. It builds ownership. It builds confidence.
Tap the tiny triangle.
This is the beginning of self-determination.
Lightly tap. Here, I'll practice with you, okay? Okay. All right. So what is that?
She's already learned the difference between tapping and swiping. She's telling her technology what to do. She's being the boss of her technology. And she's never been the boss of anything before.
No?
No. It's juice, but you don't drink juice with your lunch, do you? What do you
No.
have?
Kool-Aid.
Yeah. Kool-Aid? Okay, do you want to use this as your picture?
So now the tech mentor is going to show her how to take a picture of anything she wants.
Tapping?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to work with you on that, okay?
Look.
I know. Watch. So this is what we're going to do.
It's supposed to be only the last 2 years.
I'm going to take a picture of this for you. It's okay. We'll practice.
Thank you for hanging around.
Then we're going to go to media.
Now she's going to find the picture of her Kool-Aid that she just took.
Can you find the picture of your water bottle? Do you want to use that one or do you want to use this one?
The student is so engaged with her My Guide that she's not even distracted when somebody else comes and sits down next to her, opens a loud bag, and starts to have a conversation.
It is a huge burger. Okay, ready? So we're going to go down here. Tap. Look, now your picture changed.
Huh?
Okay, all right. So we're going to click right there.
Wendy's.
Now she's seeing that the picture she just took of her Kool-Aid is now going to show up in her lesson.
What do we got?
My lunchbox.
That's right.
She recognizes she has her lunchbox.
Okay, what's that?
My water bottle.
What's in your water bottle?
Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid. What kind of Kool-Aid?
Keep an eye on.
Do you know what kind?
This is an example of a teaching moment. The student doesn't realize that there are different flavors for Kool-Aid.
Damn it.
That's right. Do you like that picture or you want a different picture?
I want a pizza.
You like that picture? Okay. You know what? I think we're going to change something.
Now her tech mentor is able to change the settings
I like to tap.
so that instead of swiping and tapping, this student's lesson will always tap. She's also included another feature for this student that whenever she taps, it makes a loud clicking sound and it vibrates the entire screen, so she has immediate feedback.
Okay, what's that? Do you know what it is? No. It's goldfish, but you don't have goldfish in your lunch, do you? Now, what two snacks do you have in your lunch?
Corn daddy.
And the cottage cheese. Okay, so I took a picture.
And her tech mentor already previously taken a picture of her pudding and cottage cheese. She's checking to see if the student recognizes it, can relate it to pudding and cottage cheese. She just learned that pudding and cottage cheese are types of snacks. A future improvement to her lesson can say the word snacks when it shows a picture.
Now you're going to hit the triangle.
Is he making that? I haven't seen him.
This one you don't need, but we can change it. We can change it, right? Okay, so what is the last thing that you do? Like, do you set up your lunch?
What image does she want to represent that it's time to set up lunch? The last step is task analysis. After she's selected all of the images, then she has to break it down into the order of the activities.
I'm bad.